Japan has always fascinated the world with its rich culture and distinct lifestyle. But did you know that Japan is governed by a parliamentary constitutional monarchy? Furthermore, it holds the unique distinction of having the world's only reigning emperor, belonging to a continuous imperial lineage that spans over 2,500 years, making it the oldest hereditary monarchy in existence. Emperor Naruhito ascended the chrysanthemum throne on May 1, 2019, following the abdication of his father, Akihito. According to legend, the lineage traces back to the sun goddess in the 6th century BCE. However, following Japan's defeat in World War II and the devastating atomic bombings, the 1947 constitution significantly reduced the emperor's authority, gradually redefining the role into a purely symbolic one. This balance between absolute power and symbolic leadership is a recurring theme in Japanese history. For centuries, real power often rested with military commanders known as shoguns. It was not until 1868 that Emperor Meiji abolished the shogunate system, laying the groundwork for modern Japan. Today, the emperor possesses no direct political authority over state affairs. For instance, while the cabinet selects the prime minister, the emperor formally appoints them without the power to veto. Similarly, promulgating laws and official decrees are among his duties, but every state action requires the advice and approval of the cabinet. Despite this symbolic position, around 80% of the Japanese public supports the imperial family. By presiding over traditional ceremonies, national holidays, and conferment of honors, the emperor serves as a unifying symbol of the nation. Imperial family members also conduct international visits as goodwill ambassadors, fostering global goodwill without formal political obligations. In the Japanese monarchy, birthright alone is not enough. Rigorous education is essential. Emperor Naruhito studied history at Japan's top universities before continuing his education at Oxford University, specializing in global water resource management. Demonstrating the importance of lifelong learning, the royal family hosts the Kosho Hajime, first lectures of the year, every January, a tradition established in 1869. During this ceremony, scholars present the latest scientific developments in fields aligned with the imperial members' academic interests. To maintain a direct connection with the public, the emperor attends over 300 social events annually, highlighting everyday achievers and community members. Conversely, life within the imperial house is strictly regulated by the Imperial Household Agency, which manages everything from daily schedules to finances. Members are held to high public standards. Even attending commercial entertainment venues is restricted for young royals, and violating these protocols can result in the forfeiture of their royal status. The rigid guidelines governing the imperial family were brought into the global spotlight when Princess Mako, the niece of the emperor, announced her engagement to Kei Komuro, a classmate from her university years. The announcement triggered intense media scrutiny and public backlash in Japan, with various rumors circulating regarding Komuro's background. Under Japanese law, female members of the imperial household who marry commoners must relinquish their royal status and titles. Following Komuro's completion of his legal studies in the United States, the couple wed in a modest private ceremony in 2021, leading Mako to step down from the imperial family to live as a private citizen. Historically, Japanese emperors held a sacred position deeply rooted in Shinto traditions. Emperor Hirohito, who reigned from 1926 to 1989, was revered as a divine figure prior to the end of World War II. Even after the war's conclusion, his public appearances without security details drew immense respect from the population. Unlike several royal families globally that have faced financial or political scandals, the Japanese imperial house maintains a reputation strictly bound by ethics and law. Japan's exceptionally low crime rate shapes how the public and media process negative events. Because serious crimes are uncommon, isolated incidents often receive extensive media coverage. For example, when a Japanese tourist was attacked in Cappadocia, Turkey, prolonged media attention led to a temporary significant drop in Japanese travel to that region. Similarly, incidents involving firearms are so rare that they routinely make national news. Despite its safety, Japan faces profound demographic and social pressures that concern both the government and the monarchy. Extended working hours ranging from 12 to 15 hours daily, strong social conformity, and cramped living conditions in major cities contribute to widespread isolation, particularly among the youth. The country records around 20,000 suicides annually. A striking manifestation of this crisis is Aokigahara, a forest near Mount Fuji, where public signage emphasizes suicide prevention hotline information rather than standard park rules. Furthermore, Japan's mountainous terrain leaves only a fraction of the land habitable for its population of over 125 million. In densely populated metropolitan centers, transit workers are employed to push passengers into crowded subway cars during peak hours. This extreme congestion has also led to a persistent issue with harassment on public transportation, forcing transit authorities to introduce designated options like women-only train cars. Living spaces and hotel rooms have shrunk significantly to accommodate the limited land area, making multi-generational housing less feasible and leading to an increase in isolated deaths among the elderly. Addressing the detachment of the younger generation remains a critical long-term priority for Japanese leadership and state institutions. How will this ancient culture, caught between thousands of years of tradition and the crushing pressures of the modern world, forge its future? On one side lies the unwavering legacy of a 2,500-year-old monarchy. On the other, a young generation battling isolation and burnout. Japan's tomorrow will not be defined by high technology alone, but by meaningful solutions that reconnect its people and give hope to its youth. The unifying spirit embodied by the Imperial family is needed now more than ever to reach beyond palace walls and heal the society. How Japan navigates this quiet crisis will ultimately serve as a defining lesson for the entire world. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.